Welcome. This lesson is over how to add and subtract integers. So here's our expression, -3 take away 3. How would you solve this with drawing? So I draw -3. How can I take away 3, +3 from this without changing this value? I need to take away this 3, but I cannot change this value, so I need to draw 0 pairs. So now can you take away 3? 3 is a positive. Yes, I can. What do we have left? We have -3 plus -3 equals -6. So we rewrote this subtraction expression as an addition expression. Some people use the hint of add the opposite. So you start with -3, turn the subtraction to an adding. What's the opposite of 3? -3. -3 plus -3. So you keep -3, turn the subtraction to adding. Opposite of 3 is -3. That's how I could do it without drawing. So what we're going to be doing is, this is a warm-up. You will have 5 minutes to answer these 6 questions. So let's start with the first one. I combine 3 positive with 7 negatives. Do I have more positive, more negatives? More negatives. This makes 0 pair. So it's -4, -4. I have -3. Combined it with 7 negatives. Any 0 pairs? No. I count 10 negatives. So -10. So I highlight -10. Next one, number 3. 3 take away 7. Let's see if I do this in my head. If I am 3 spaces, I take away 7 spaces, so I'm going backward. I think the answer is -4. Let's do it with modeling. So I start with 3 positive. How can I take away 7 from this without changing this value? So let me draw 0 pairs, 7 sets of 0 pairs. So I take away the 7. 3 plus -7 equals -4. Again, for those who do not like the drawing, here's the shortcut. You keep the 3, turn the subtraction to an adding. What's the opposite of 7? -7. So 3 plus -7 equals -4. So I bubble in -4, -4. Next one, -3. How can I take away 7 negatives from this without changing its value? I draw 7 sets of 0 pairs. Now I take away the -7, so it's -3 plus 7, or 4. 4 is positive or negative? Positive, you could bubble in, you don't have to, but if you're in a habit of bubbling in, you can bubble in +4. Again, how do I get that? I keep the -3, I turn the subtraction to an adding, and the opposite of -7 is 7. Next one, I start with 3. How can I take away -7 from this while changing the value of 3? I draw 0 pairs. So I take away this -7. So 3 plus 7 is 10. So bubble in 10. If you want to bubble in a positive or not, it's up to you. You can if you want to, you don't have to. Again, how can I do it without drawing? I keep the 3, turn the subtraction, add the opposite of -7 is 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. And last but not least, I have -3. How can I take away 7 from this while changing this value? I draw 0 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I take away the 7 positives, so it's -10. Or if you don't like it, add the opposite. Keep the -3, turn subtraction to adding. Opposite of 7 is -7. -3 plus -7 is -10. All right, so what we're going to for today's activity, you will need a device. We're going to be doing something called a Nearpod. A Nearpod is like where you can show me. It's like a little mini quiz, not really. It's just a laid-back quiz. It's not for grade. I just want to see what your progress is on subtracting integer. You're going to be drawing it, modeling it, and then you're going to solve it. So our last activity will be you're going to get these cards and you're going to find its partner. So -7 minus -5. Can you find another card that is equal to that? Well, let's use the shortcut. -7. Keep the -7. Turn subtraction to adding. Opposite of -5 is 5. That's -2. -8. Add the opposite. Opposite of -10 is 10. -8 plus 10, more positive, 2. Next one, keep the 1. Turn subtraction to adding. What's the opposite of -1? 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we know that these share a commonality. 9 minus 7 is 2. This shares a commonality with this. 6 minus 8, 6. And I go back 8 spaces. That'd be -2. But add the opposite. 6 plus -8 is -2. These two are the same. -2 minus nothing is -2. So now we're staying. So now we have to figure out which one it is. So -3. Subtract, add. The opposite of 4 is -4. So -3 plus -4 is -7. And you could also do add this, and then the opposite of -5 is 5. So -3 plus -4 is -7, plus 5 is -2. So we have 4 sets of -2. For this last one, keep the 3, turn subtraction to adding. What's the opposite of -4? 4. Turn the subtraction to adding. What's the opposite of 5? -5. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7, combine it with -5, more positive, 2. So this one, this one, this one, and this one are all equivalent to 2, while the others are -2. That is our lesson for today. Think of add the opposite when you're subtracting integers.